Staff Sergeant Derek Stone had executed 47 combat rescues in 13 months. 47 times Stone had dropped into hostile territory to extract downed aircrew, wounded soldiers, isolated teams. 47 times Stone had brought people home. But Rescue 48 would be different. Rescue 48 would start with standard coordinates and end with Stone realizing the man Stone saved wasn't the pilot they'd been sent for. The real pilot was still out there, still alive, being held by Americans who'd shot them down deliberately. And Stone would have exactly 18 hours to launch an unauthorized rescue before the real pilot was executed. What Stone didn't know was that this wasn't about one pilot. This was about a drug trafficking conspiracy that reached into Joint Special Operations Command. And exposing it would make Stone and Stone's team targets of the most dangerous people in the war. People who wore American uniforms and killed anyone who threatened their profits. The call came at 0400 hours. Aircraft down. F-16 Fighting Falcon. Pilot ejected. Coordinates in Kandahar province. Deep in Taliban territory. Immediate rescue required. Stone's team, Guardian Angel 17, was airborne within 7 minutes. 2 helicopters. Stone's Chalk, Technical Sergeant Mike Garrett, Staff Sergeant Tommy Vega, Senior Airman Kyle Nash. The second bird had 4 more PJs. All elite, all trained for this exact scenario. Get in. Get the pilot. Get out. Don't let the enemy capture an American aviator. Stone's pilot, Captain Lisa Howard, pushed the HH-60 hard, flying low, fast, using terrain to mask their approach. Stone checked Stone's gear, medical pack, weapons, extraction harness, everything Stone would need. Standard loadout for standard mission. Except nothing about this would be standard. Howard's voice came through Stone's headset. Howard said to the team, "LZ in 2 minutes. SIR beacon is active. We have positive signal." Stone said to Stone's team, "Lock it in. Fast rope insertion. Secure the pilot. Immediate extraction. Clock starts now." The helicopters descended. Stone could see the wreckage. The F-16 had augured in. Massive impact crater. Debris scattered across rocky terrain. But no fire. No secondary explosions. The aircraft had been mostly intact when it hit. That was good. Better chance the pilot survived ejection. Stone's Chalk fast rope down, hit the ground running, spread out, secured perimeter. Nash spotted the pilot, 300 meters from the crash site. Parachute visible, figure moving, alive. Stone ran toward him. The pilot saw them coming, tried to stand. Collapsed. Injured, but conscious. Stone reached him. Stone said to the pilot, "Guardian Angel, we're here to get you home. Are you injured?" The pilot said to Stone, his voice strained, "Left leg. Think it's broken. Took fire on the way down. Small arms." Stone examined the leg. Compound fracture. Tibia protruding through flight suit. Painful, but survivable. Stone stabilized it. Applied splint, started IV, morphine. Basic trauma protocol. The pilot was stable enough for transport. Stone said to the pilot, "What's your name? Who's your unit?" The pilot said to Stone, "Captain Bradley Simmons, 34th Fighter Squadron, Bagram." Stone helped the pilot to Stone's feet. Garrett came over. Together they supported the pilot, moved toward the extraction point. Enemy fire started. Small arms. Distant but getting closer. Taliban had heard the helicopters. Were moving in. Stone's team returned fire. Covered the movement. Professional. Disciplined. They reached the LZ. Howard brought the bird in. Hot landing. Rotor wash kicking up dust. Stone loaded the pilot. The team followed. Both helicopters lifted. 47 seconds on the ground. Perfect execution. During the flight back, Stone treated the pilot. Kept him stable. Kept him conscious. Stone said to the pilot, "That was a hard landing. What happened up there?" The pilot, Simmons, hesitated. Then Simmons said to Stone, "Malfunction, lost hydraulics, had to punch out." Stone said to Simmons, "No enemy fire? No SAM?" Simmons said to Stone, "No, just mechanical failure." Stone nodded. That happened. Aircraft malfunction. Unfortunate, but not uncommon. Stone focused on keeping Simmons stable until they reached Bagram. At Bagram, Stone handed Simmons to the medical staff. They rushed him to surgery. Stone and Stone's team debriefed. Standard post-mission protocol. Stone filled out paperwork, documented the rescue, checked off another successful mission. Rescue 48 complete. Except 2 hours later, Stone received a call. Hospital administrator. There was a problem. Could Stone come to the hospital? Immediately? Stone went. The administrator led Stone to a private room. Inside was a lieutenant colonel, Air Force. He looked upset. The colonel said to Stone, "Sergeant Stone, I'm Lieutenant Colonel James Russell. I need you to explain something. You rescued a pilot this morning." Said his name was Captain Bradley Simmons, 34th Fighter Squadron. Stone said to Russell, "Yes, sir, that's correct." Russell said to Stone, "Sergeant, that's impossible. Captain Bradley Simmons is standing right here." Russell gestured to another officer, a pilot, in flight suit, very much alive, very much not the man Stone had rescued. Stone stared. Stone said to Russell, "I don't understand. The man I rescued gave that name, had dog tags." Russell said to Stone, "Someone is using Captain Simmons' identity. The man you rescued is not an Air Force pilot. We need to know who he is and why he was at that crash site. Before we go any further, I need to hear from you. Drop your name and what city or country you're watching from in the comments. Let's see how far this story reaches around the world." Stone went to the hospital room where the rescued man was being held. 2 MPs stood guard. Stone entered. The man looked up, recognized Stone. The man said to Stone, "I need to talk to you, alone. It's urgent." Stone said to the MPs, "Give us 5 minutes." The MPs hesitated, then stepped outside. Stone said to the man, "Who are you? Why did you lie?" The man said to Stone, "My name is David Brennan. I'm a CIA contractor. I was in that F-16. But I'm not the pilot. I was a passenger. Back seat, reconnaissance mission. We were shot down, deliberately, by an American F-16. And the real pilot, the real Captain Simmons, is still out there, being held by the people who shot us down." Stone felt cold dread. Stone said to Brennan, "What are you talking about?" Brennan said to Stone, "We discovered something during reconnaissance. Photographed it. American Special Forces coordinating with Taliban leaders. Opium fields, drug trafficking. Major Simmons and I saw everything. When we reported it, we were immediately targeted. An F-16 was scrambled, painted as training exercise, but it locked onto us. Fired missiles, shot us down. Major Simmons, he's the real pilot. He stayed with the aircraft. Tried to crash it away from populated areas. I ejected. He ejected after. We landed separately. I found the crash site. Used the SAR beacon. Hoped rescue would come before they found me. But Simmons landed 3 kilometers north. They got to him first." Stone said to Brennan, "They? Who's they?" Brennan said to Stone, "American Special Forces, Delta. They're running the opium operation, protecting Taliban drug fields, getting paid off. When we photographed them, they decided to eliminate us, make it look like aircraft malfunction, recover our bodies, bury the evidence. Except I survived. And Simmons survived. Now they have him, and they're going to torture him for the location of the photos. Then they're going to kill him. They think I'm dead. But if they find out you rescued me, They'll come after all of us. Stone processed this. Stone said to Brennan, "You're saying American Special Forces shot down an American aircraft, are holding an American pilot to cover up drug trafficking?" Brennan said to Stone, "Yes. And if you don't believe me, check the wreckage. Look for missile damage. You'll find it. AIM-120 AMRAAM, American missile, fired from an American F-16. Then check my story with CIA. Ask for Special Activities Division. Tell them Brennan needs extraction. They'll verify." Stone made calls. First to the accident investigation team at the crash site. They confirmed missile damage, American ordnance. Someone had shot down that F-16. Second call to CIA through secure channels. Stone gave the codes Brennan provided. CIA verified Brennan's identity. Confirmed he was on a classified reconnaissance mission. Confirmed the mission had been compromised. Requested immediate secure transport for Brennan. Stone returned to Brennan. Stone said to Brennan, "You check out. But that means the real Captain Simmons is still out there, being held by Americans." Brennan said to Stone, "He landed here." Brennan showed Stone a map, marked coordinates, 3 kilometers north of the crash site. Rocky terrain, good for hiding. But Delta has drones, thermal imaging. They would have found him within an hour. They'll take him to their compound. It's off books, not on any official base. They'll interrogate him, torture him, find out where the photos are, then eliminate him. You have maybe 18 hours before he's executed. Stone said to Brennan, "Where's the compound?" Brennan gave coordinates. Stone checked them. Remote area, 50 kilometers from any official American position. Officially nothing there. But if Delta was running a black site, that's exactly where they'd put it. Stone said to Brennan, "I need to report this. Get authorization for a rescue mission." Brennan said to Stone, "You can't. Delta has people in command, in intelligence. They'll know immediately. They'll execute Simmons and disappear. You go through official channels, you kill him. The only way to save him is to go now. Unauthorized, off the books. Rescue him before they know what's happening." Stone said to Brennan, "That's insane. I'd be court-martialed. My team would be court-martialed." Brennan said to Stone, "Your team rescues people. That's what you do. Simmons is an American pilot being held by Americans. He's a prisoner. He needs rescue. Doesn't matter who's holding him. Your oath doesn't have an asterisk that says, 'Only rescue from foreign enemies.' Simmons is in danger. You're the only one who can save him. Will you?" Stone thought about it. About Stone's oath. About the Pararescue motto, that others may live. About Captain Bradley Simmons sitting in this hospital, his identity stolen, while the real Simmons was being tortured. Stone thought about what right looked like versus what legal looked like. And Stone made a decision. Stone said to Brennan, "Give me 2 hours. I'll get my team. We'll bring him home." Stone gathered Stone's team. Garrett, Vega, Nash. Stone told them everything. Showed them the evidence, the missile damage, Brennan's identity confirmation, the coordinates. Stone gave them a choice. Go with Stone on an unauthorized rescue, or stand down. No judgment either way. All 3 volunteered immediately. Vega said to Stone, "We rescue people. That's the job. Doesn't matter who took them. Let's go get our pilot." They couldn't use official helicopters. Couldn't go through command. Had to do this quietly. Stone contacted a friend. Civilian contractor pilot, former military. Owed Stone a favor. Agreed to fly them in a civilian helicopter. Charter flight, training exercise. Plausible deniability. They loaded gear, weapons, medical supplies, breaching charges. Everything they'd need for a hostage rescue. Then they flew to the coordinates Brennan had provided. Approached low, fast, landed 2 kilometers from the compound. Moved in on foot. Stone could see it through night vision. A compound, walled, guarded, 4 men visible. American uniforms, no patches. Delta operators, professional, alert. Stone counted buildings, 3 structures. One looked like holding cells. That's where Simmons would be. Stone planned the assault. Fast, overwhelming, give them no time to react, no time to execute prisoners. Stone's team moved in, breached the wall. Flashbangs, smoke, chaos. The Delta operators tried to respond, but Stone's team was faster, better positioned. Within 60 seconds, all 4 operators were down, non-lethal where possible, lethal where necessary. Stone's team secured the compound. Vega found the holding cells. 2 prisoners. One was Captain Bradley Simmons, the real one, beaten, bloodied, but alive. The other prisoner was an Afghan man. Stone didn't recognize him. Stone freed both. Simmons looked at Stone with confusion and hope. Simmons said to Stone, "Who are you?" Stone said to Simmons, "Guardian Angel. We're here to bring you home." They extracted, moved back to the helicopter, lifted off before Delta could call in reinforcements, flew directly to Bagram, landed on the main airstrip. Public, visible, no way to hide what had happened. Stone marched Simmons and the other prisoner directly to the base commander's office. If this story's gripping you, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from, your name and city. These stories need to reach everyone. The base commander, Colonel Sarah Mitchell, stared at them. Mitchell said to Stone, "Sergeant Stone, explain, now." Stone explained everything. Brennan, the shoot-down, the reconnaissance photos, the Delta compound, the rescue, all of it. Stone presented Simmons, the real Simmons, who corroborated everything. Stone presented the Afghan prisoner, who identified himself as Rahim Hassan, a local elder who'd witnessed Delta operators protecting opium fields, paying Taliban fighters, running drugs. Hassan had been captured when he tried to report it to Afghan authorities. Mitchell listened. Mitchell's face grew darker with every revelation. When Stone finished, Mitchell said, "This is the most serious allegation I've ever heard. If what you're saying is true, we have Delta operators running a drug cartel, shooting down American aircraft, torturing American personnel. This goes to the top. Special Operations Command, maybe higher." Mitchell made calls, secure lines, CIA, JSOC, Defense Department. Within 2 hours, investigators arrived. They interviewed Stone, Simmons, Brennan, Hassan. They raided the Delta compound, found everything: the drug stockpiles, the financial records, the communications with Taliban leaders, evidence of 17 months of systematic trafficking. The investigation expanded, revealed 8 Delta operators involved, 3 CIA officers, 2 contractors, all running opium from Afghanistan to international markets, using military resources, military protection, earning millions, getting American soldiers killed to maintain their operation. All 13 conspirators were arrested, court-martialed or tried in federal court. All received long prison sentences. The operation was shut down. The opium fields were destroyed. The Taliban fighters who'd been working with them were targeted and eliminated. A massive corruption network collapsed. Simmons recovered, returned to flight status, received the Distinguished Flying Cross for his actions, for staying with his aircraft, for protecting Brennan, for surviving torture without revealing the evidence location. He was a hero. Brennan was extracted by CIA, continued his work. The photos he and Simmons had taken became the cornerstone evidence in the prosecution. Everything they'd risked their lives for had mattered. had exposed the conspiracy. And Stone? Stone and Stone's team were investigated. They'd conducted an unauthorized military operation, violated orders, attacked American personnel. Technically, they'd committed multiple crimes. But the investigators also recognized they'd exposed a major criminal enterprise, had saved an American pilot, had done the right thing even when it violated regulations. The decision came down from the Secretary of Defense. No charges, no court-martial. Instead, commendations. Stone and Stone's team received the Airman's Medal for heroism, for valor, for exemplifying the best of what it meant to be a pararescue man. Stone attended the ceremony, accepted the medal. But Stone knew the real award was simpler. Simmons was alive, home, safe. The conspiracy was exposed. Justice was served. That mattered more than any medal. Years later, Stone would meet Simmons again. At a military reunion, Simmons approached Stone. Simmons said to Stone, "You saved my life. Twice. Once from the crash, once from that compound. I never properly thanked you." Stone said to Simmons, "Just doing the job, that others may live." Simmons said to Stone, "You did more than that. You risked your career, your freedom, your life, to save someone you'd never met, someone you'd been told was someone else. You could have walked away, filed a report, let the system handle it. But you didn't. You acted. You saved me. Why?" Stone thought about that question, about the moment Stone had to choose between following procedure and doing what was right. Stone said to Simmons, "Because that's what rescue means. It's not about the easy saves. It's not about the clean missions. It's about going into the darkness when no one else will. It's about saving lives, even when powerful people want those lives ended, even when the enemy wears the same uniform. That's the oath. That's the mission. That's what matters." Simmons nodded. Simmons said to Stone, "Thank you for remembering that, for living that, for being the kind of person who jumps into hell to pull people out, even when hell is run by Americans." Stone carried that conversation, carried the memory of that unauthorized rescue, carried the knowledge that sometimes the most important missions are the ones you're never ordered to execute, the ones you choose, the ones that violate procedure but honor principle, the ones that risk everything to save someone who needs saving. That was Rescue 48, the rescue that saved the wrong man and led to saving the right one, the mission that started with a lie and ended with truth, the operation that proved American soldiers don't just fight foreign enemies. Sometimes they fight corruption within, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is defy orders to honor your oath. Stone had done that, had risked everything to bring Simmons home, and the world was better for it. 13 criminals were imprisoned, a drug network was destroyed, an American pilot was alive. That was enough. It would always be enough. And somewhere in the pararescue motto, that others may live, Stone found the answer to every question, to every doubt, to every moment when procedure and principle collided. The motto didn't say, "that others may live, if authorized." It didn't say, "that others may live unless it's complicated." It said that others may live, period. No exceptions, no asterisks, no fine print. Stone had lived that, had proven it, had shown that rescue isn't just a job. It's a calling. And answering that calling sometimes means going where you're not supposed to go, doing what you're not supposed to do, saving who you're not supposed to save. Because at the end of the day, people matter more than procedures. Lives matter more than rules. And doing right matters more than doing what you're told. That was Stone's legacy. That was the lesson of Rescue 48. That was what it meant to be a pararescue man. Save lives, all lives. No matter what, no matter who, no matter the cost, that was enough. It would always be enough.